You know why the country is not doing well? There are a lot of bad things will start coming into the country. That's the first one is kidnapping, then riot everywhere. So 2021 is a year where God wanted to punish those people as even carelessly grab what is meant for the poor and give it to their son and their wife, so they will be dying like a chicken. You look at the insult. You cannot sleep with your two eyes closed in Kaduna. As a Yoruba man, as a Muslim, as a Christian, you cannot sleep in Kano. You cannot sleep in Zamfara like that, because they can just come in the night after leaving the mosque, and then they wipe you up. So why do you want us to go and meet these people? We are not compatible. Then thank God now for Sunday Igboho. If where we are thinking that the breakthrough will come from, that's Gani Adams. They are both brothers, but now God is using Sunday. He will clear the whole Yoruba land. And as we are going, there will be no election 2023. If this thing work out, because we have a flag in our hand already. And the Igbo people have the flag in their hand. They know where they are going. So my brother, the time has come, because we need to. You know, you asked me the other time, this is the year of vengeance.
Yes.
This is the year of what? Of vengeance.
Year of vengeance.
Cheating your brother, better take your hand off. If you are cheating your wife, go and correct it. If you are cheating the church, embezzle church money, please just hands off this year, because many pastors too will die, and many pastors' children will die. Many pastors, or general overseer or shepherd, they will bury their wife. Monica de bed structural adjustment. Naro ya le tu bet mo. Wo policy banuje to se odori mo fe ji owo. O de wan sọ̀rọ̀ nse be ni pé Falaye be family e. O kini dimension oko náà. Ṣé helicopter ló fi ṣiṣẹ́ ńbẹ̀ ni àbí o de gboro Falaye sórí be.
Why it pains me, sir, because
o de pain ajenu yàrá e, but gbàgbé àwọn èèyàn wo Falaye níbo lọ́lọ́run wà.
Well, it's another very wonderful, lovely moment in the presence of God Almighty, Jehovah Lord God, the God of the earth and the owner of all the foundations. We thank God. It has been long that we found ourselves in the presence of His Son, the man of God himself, the oracle, and the Nostradamus of our time. Since the month of November through December, the man of God has gone on a straight confinement, and it has been so very challenging because most of the time we couldn't get him on phone. Also, several trips to make him talk, especially in January, were very unfulfilled because he was in trance and he was under the confinement of God for the book Revelation 2021. But today, after several challenges, especially yesterday, Monday, February 1, after some persuasions and all that, through the help of God Almighty and through the schedule from AIDS, we thank God that we're in the presence of His Son, the Nostradamus of our time, Prophet Dr. M.K.O. Tibetan. We are meeting him for the first time in the year, and this is the State of the Nation interview. We're also going to talk about the year 2021, what God have for a lot of Nigerians in the package. Last year, the man of God gave us instruction about year 2020. Most of what he said came to pass, and those that prayer were able to sustain, those one didn't come to pass. And this year again, he has released a hot cake book, Revelation 2021, after several weeks in confinement. We want to start by saying that, Daddy, we want to say Happy New Year to you. This is the first time you're talking to us this year. Most of the time it has been through your library, getting to the videos of the interview, and most of the time we've came several Sundays before we even see you. You've moved up, and we cannot talk to you and all that. So let's start by asking that, how is year 2021, and what do we expect?
Year 2021, you know, I told you in this church, we don't normally shout Happy New Year. I told you. Because when you look at the Yoruba interpretation of Happy New Year, it looks as if Atukminu Iyami.
Meaning that we are embracing a new punishment, a new challenge.
Let's say Iyami. Because the very day, maybe by accident or somebody connect you, you got a contract from NNPC. That's about 30 million or 2 billion. After settling, Buhari settling, the police settling, the gate man and everything, you were able to come home with about 25 million out of it. Yes, you are already in your new year. But if you are still going to Agege or Juelegba to go and buy, you know, the poor people go to market around it in the evening, just to buy the leftover meat and ashaku and one more that is left. So all the meat they price for 4,000 in the morning. So when it was 10 minutes to 12, or it's open for the highest bidder, the poor person, to come and take it for 1,005. You know what I'm saying? So automatically, there is no new year. We're on a race. 2020 is tired. Then we get it back into 2021. So we're on a race again. So as we're running now, some people will fall. Some people will have fraction. Some people will be even stoned from the crowd. They will not be able to get to their destination. You know, some people died yesterday because they only gave them the opportunity to even mark January 31st. So, and they have a lot of things inside their freezer to continue February 1, but they died last night, the night of the 1st. So there's nothing new here. If anybody should greet you Happy New Year, don't answer the person. He didn't know what he's doing. And when you see any English man in Britain, any British man in Britain, we greet you good morning. Nothing good in the morning. You only say morning and let everybody go his way. You don't know if the wife is fighting him. The wife has started fighting that man around 2 a.m., denying the man of his right in the night. And that the man is not going to the office to go and put the trouble on the secretary and the rest people and his driver. Then you now met him and say, okay, good morning, sir. So, are you all right? Because okay, is not all right. But you don't put that all the whole while on you. So nothing like good morning. Morning. Let everybody go and salute your job. Go and greet your job. Your job is your God. But now that Nigeria, there is no any factory open. Dunlop has traveled, has gone. Michelin has gone. A lot of factory has closed down. So automatically, what is good in 2021? Nothing. And all the graduate has no hope. And even you cannot see anywhere where there's vacancy, except where the kidnappers wanted to operate. Because they will tell you to come and get a job in Port Harcourt, in Kaduna, and then meet our boss. Then when they are there consulting, you see somebody will now say, we are kidnapper. So how many people in your family who can pay for 10,000 naira for you? You know they are looking for a job. Now the kidnappers took them to Port Harcourt in a ghetto. So they will be calling from there without having cloth on themselves. So the job of kidnapper is on the high side. You know why the country is not doing well? There are a lot of bad things will start coming into the country. That's the first one is kidnapping, then riot everywhere. So 2021 is a year where God wanted to punish those people as even carelessly grab what is meant for the poor and give it to their son and their wife, so they will be dying like a chicken.
2021 is a year of punishment.
Yes. The Lord will descend and avenge and fight for the poor. This is the year. Even Buhari cannot even say he's going to see the end of this year. But Babangida cannot even boast. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can boast about tomorrow. Tomorrow is older than the fight to everybody. It's only God who knows about tomorrow. So for 2021, you need to sit down and think well. Have I wronged anybody? Have I done anybody any bad? Before you get out in the morning. Because you can go out and never come back again. Many millionaires will go. The high rate will be amongst the married woman who has been holding the hand of their husband not to favor any poor person. So that is the reason. Then the motto still stands. In the book of Proverbs 3 verse 16, it says, length of days is in our right hand. Then prosperity and happiness is in the left. Then, but before you can get all this thing very confirmed and well, when you look at the book of Proverbs 4, from verse 10 to 19, he said, don't go their route, don't go their way. Evil people will never go to sleep until they cause people to fall. And when you look at Proverbs 16, verse 1 to 5, he said, I created evil people for evil day. Evil people for?
Evil days, sir. Evil people for, specifically for evil.
Yes, then.
Like a package, sir.
Yes, Isaiah 57, the last 3 verses. He said, as the river, the bad beach never know peace. He said, the evil people will not know peace this year. And the bad people killing in Nigeria, the Hausas, the Fulani, they will be flushed out. They will be disgraced. You know, I was telling them 3 years ago, bringing ammunition, AK-47, pump action, this and that, will not work. All the truck you have been seeing carrying ammunition, seized by custom, this and that, is the Fulani people. During the time of Abacha till today, do you remember the time of Lekwot in Kaduna? These are the time they have been planning. Yes, because they believe Nigeria belongs to them. Because they are full. They have brain, they have blood in their brain. Who signed Nigeria for them? Who gave them Nigeria? Is it the British or German or everywhere? They are crazy. They are thinking like somebody who did not have brain. And this year, they will know that Nigeria belongs to all of us. So there's nothing like new year, Benga. It's just for you to because the Bible do tell us, when a pastor is telling you in the church that the Lord will bless the church, it's a fallacy. The Lord said, I will bless your handiwork.
You mean the hand is not the church?
That is working, that is already working, that he will bless. So he's not blessing somebody who has no job. You have to go and look for a job. That's what the Bible was trying to tell you. And freedom is a journey.
Freedom is a journey.
It's a journey that you have to go.
So you said 2021 is a year of punishment for the wicked elite.
A politician who has killed before, who has used somebody's blood, who has even sent somebody to go and kill a pregnant woman, who pound the woman's skin to eat, to do anything, even commissioner, they will be exposed. Any little thing they will be exposed between now and end of 2022. And a lot of people will die. Great people will die. If he never changed his mind, but that's what he said he will do for 2000, and there will be terrible accidents on the highway. And then many people who borrow money from the bank may likely commit suicide because they don't see where the money is coming back, where they can refund the money or to repay the money. To avoid the insult, just go back pokunso. You know, so that is it.
So before we go back into the prediction of the new year, because I was able to see the preview of the book. I think it was day before yesterday when somebody showed me, and I think it's a very powerful book. There are a lot of nuggets, insightful nuggets about the year. But I want to take you back to some of your predictions, especially Revelation 2016, whereby you gave prediction about Yoruba land and about Nigeria. And on page 3, you said something about agitation for United States of Nigeria. You said the Holy Spirit revealed a long time ago that Nigeria as a country is not one Nigeria, but United States of Nigeria, because the tribes and citizens of the nation are not compatible. The name Federal Republic of Nigeria is a folktale used to dupe the people of their natural resources endowed by God. The past heroes agitated for independence, but the colonial masters knew that we were not one Nigeria, yet amalgamated the nations for their own selfish interests. The British or colonial masters never wanted to give freedom to Nigeria as a country, so they decided to hand over the administration of the country through independence to the Northerners, who they could control as their pets. The colonial masters advised the Northerners not to contest with the Yorubas and Igbos on educational line, but to join the armed forces of the country where they can act without disturbance. However, this led to long-term military dictatorship in the country because they adhered to what the colonial master told them. During the military regime, the highest number of head of state came from the north, and anyone from Igbo or Yoruba who wanted to get to the level of head of state got exterminated, especially during Ibrahim Babangida's regime, when talented and prominent army officers died in an ill-fated plane crash at Ejigbo in Lagos. During the military regime, there were more creation of states in the north than in the west and east. Ibadan could be made a state being largest city, but the head of state failed to do this. The emirs were well recognized and more involved in decision making than the obis and obas in the military regime, because the Hausas believed that they were born to rule. The amalgamation did by the colonial masters was not correct and was not done in good faith. They gave Nigeria a blank check that if we were not compatible within 100 years as a nation, we could separate. Nigerians should know for sure that we are not one Nigeria and stop lying to ourselves, so that what happened in Syria, Yemen and Iraq will not happen to us anytime soon, because one tribe is enjoying more than the others. This may lead to mayhem in the country. The above analysis indicate that we are not one Nigeria, because one tribe is benefiting from the resources of the country more than the others. That is why we need to agitate for United States of Nigeria. Sir, you said a lot. And that revelation, that prediction is very powerful, and the revelation is powerful, and the book is also loaded. A lot of prophecies from that book 2016 has come to pass. But sir, with what is happening in Oyo State now, because you mentioned Ibadan, that Ibadan itself should have been a state, and now what is happening in Barapa and some of the environment in Barapa, especially with what Chief Sunday Adeyemo, Chief aka Sunday Igboho, went to do 2 weeks ago, and where he went to remove some herdsmen that have been disturbing, killing people. I mean, they even killed a PhD holder who came to start farm in that axis of Ibadan. And even Chief Igboho, as yesterday, has moved to Ondo State, where they said some military men led some hard men to go and beat some traditional rulers and made mess of them. Sir, do you think your prediction has started to come to pass, especially starting from 2015, 2016, 2017, down to 2018 and 2019?
God bless you, sir. When you look at the book of Amos 3, verse 6, 7, 8, 9, Deuteronomy 18:18, then Deuteronomy 29:29, he said, if the Lord has spoken, he cannot go back again. And he said in the book of Isaiah 59, Isaiah 60, then when you look at the book of Proverbs 16, then from verse 4 to 10, he will never send a message going back and void. No, it has started. This is the year to tell the Fulani that they are nomadic, to tell the Fulani that they have no brain. What they did in Cameroon and then Congo, what they've been doing in all the whole Africa. Nigeria is the headquarter, is the head of all the whole black nation in the African terrain. They cannot grab this place. I know my father's land, I know my father's house. So for a Fulani to come and tell me they are grazing there, I think they are looking for the warrant of life. So how can you, when you look at the insult, you cannot sleep with your two eyes closed in Kaduna. As a Yoruba man, as a Muslim, as a Christian, you cannot sleep in Kano. You cannot sleep in Zamfara like that, because they can just come in the night after leaving the mosque, and then they wipe you up. So why do you want us to go and meet these people? We are not compatible. So now that Sunday Igboho said, yes, when you look at the book of Judges 4, 5, 6, there's one Gideon that went into the shrine. Get into the shrine, knock down all what they have there. Then later they were looking for his father for arrest. Then the boy now, Gideon, said, Daddy, you get back to me. Why are you so worried because they wanted to arrest me? If Ba is God, let Ba fight from himself. Now we don't have the power to bring ammunition. The Yorubas and Fulani are in the port. But all the ports, teleguiding the whole place. That's all. Now, how do we get about all this AK-47? That's the hand of the herdsmen. Who gave it to them? That means it's Buhari and the retired general man. And when you look at all those AK-47, it's our property. All the money they made from the port, from the Lagos, from everywhere, from the tax, is what they are using to produce. What does Zamfara produce? What does Kaduna produce? And this is the shit they have been giving to us. When they now decide to take when they said NNPC Kaduna, taking the piping from Niger Delta to take fuel there. And whenever the emir wanted to build a house, they want to build anything, they just take the fuel. And look at the naughty, knucklehead Babangida, who did not know his left from right. A womanizer, a bad person, a bad heart human being. The Lord said he will prolong his life so that he can see when the new Nigeria that we are going to break into pieces, you can see that the effort is for rubbish thing. Gowon effort is for rubbish thing. Awolowo effort is for rubbish thing. Now, what Awolowo cannot do, Sunday Igboho is doing it. So, and the Lord will support him. He was created for that job. And Gideon liberated his people. Gideon in the Bible, that judge liberated his people. Then when you look at the book of Genesis 37, Genesis 38, 39, and Genesis 42, and Genesis 45, he was trying to tell us again in a nutshell the life of Joseph, the Joseph that was created to bring his family out of poverty. And look at this guy, he met a lot of persecution on the way. In Genesis 37, verse 1 to 5, even in 18, he said, here comes the dreamer. Let us take him and kill him so that his dream can die with him. But at the end of the day, the boy was vindicated. He was sold. Then in Genesis 39, the king's wife put on a very good robes. In the night, I said the boy should come for sex. That's where the boy could have even lost his title. But the boy said, no, I was created for a purpose. I'm going to a long journey because freedom is a journey. Then after leaving the place again, he started his career. Then in Genesis 38, in that 39, he was locked in the prison. Then after getting to the prison, they said, the jailer, they respect him. That's Genesis 39 from verse 18, 19, 20. Then in Genesis 40, he now said, in verse 10 to 15, he said, when he came back in the morning, he saw his brothers and friends inside the cell. They were disturbed, rough and perturbed. They can't greet him. He said, what happened? He said, we had a dream last night. We had a dream. And even the king sent for me, and then they beheaded me. They tied my hand at the back. He said, oh my God. Then the other one said, the king was doing a bad day. I saw myself in it. He said, no, hold on. You are the one that caused the trouble that happened the other time. The king will send for you 3 days time. They will give you the judgment and cut off your head. Then you'll be restored back to your position. Then when he was going, he said, but you remind them of something. He said, my friend, whenever there's anybody that has a dream, tell them to block me where we are fetching dream water every day. That is my talent. That's my gift from heaven. Then now the king now has a dream. He said he saw 12 cows. Then the fatty one. Then the skinny one was even swallowing the fatty one. 7 cows. He said, how can the 7 cow that is skinny consuming the bigger one? He said, that means to say we need to get somebody who can interpret dream. And they went back to jail and removed Joseph. On getting to the place, they gave him a very fine coat, give him a very good clothes. Then he appeared before the king. Then getting to the king now said, when he explained the whole thing, the mind of the king was settled. He said, I'll now make you my second in command. You see? So automatically, this is what we are facing now. We are going on a journey. The journey which Awolowo make crooked, Zik make crooked, Gowon make crooked, Babangida make crooked. Then all the hope leaders, all our generals, the most stupidest of our generals, Obasanjo, he never knows his left from right. He's only so comfortable when he has somebody to sex. The happiest move of Obasanjo, anytime, any day, is when a woman opens his leg. What happened later, he didn't want to know. So look at where we are today. Now he was telling us every day, keeping all his children somewhere, that there's going to be civil war. There's going to be civil war. Why you are saying there's going to be civil war? Are you the one leading us? But he was thinking he wanted to make jest of us. Then thank God now for Sunday Igboho. If where we are thinking that the breakthrough will come from, that's Gani Adams. They are both brothers, but now God is using Sunday. He will clear the whole Yoruba land. And as we are going, there will be no election 2023. If this thing work out because we have a flag in our hand already. And the Igbo people have the flag in their hand. They know where they are going. And when you look at all the land given to all the Igbo, the most marginalized human being in the whole world is the Igbo people. The land they gave to them, half of the area had been eroded by erosion. Then all the land they believe they have Abia, Boyi, Onitsha, it's not to Ibadan. It's not to the land of Ibadan. That link Abeokuta, that link Ogun, that link everywhere is bigger. Even though Ibadan can be even slashed into 4 states for proper monitoring. But Babangida did everything, turned it upside down. He gave them money and then told them to forget. So my brother, the time has come because we need to. You know, you asked me the other time, this is the year of vengeance.
Yes.
This is the year of what? Of vengeance.
Year of vengeance.
Cheating your brother, better take your hand off. If you are cheating your wife, go and correct it. If you are cheating the church, embezzle church money, please just hand off this year, because many pastors too will die, and many pastors' children will die. Many pastors, a general overseer or shepherd, they will bury their wife. Just be plain. What you are saying outside, don't allow it to change when you are in the room. God is not a respecter of person. What he said was, in the book of Proverbs 30, from verse 1 to 10, he said, don't give me riches nor glory, but give me the food that will be sufficient for a day. And what does he tell us again in Matthew 23? He said these people wanted to sit in a big chair, but what they are doing is not even worth it. In verse 23, he said they have left the good type of the law. Then when you look at 1 Corinthians 13 from verse 10, he said love. The Lord gave us 3 things: hope, faith, and love. They've dashed the hope of the Yorubas. They've dashed the hope of the Igbos. They've dashed the hope of the Benin. Look at what Tinubu did. They've sent the hand on the right hand, the right hand writing on the wall. But they never think that it will be like this. Do you know the number of Fulani that they pump into Ondo State during the time of lockdown? They were using trailer to bring them in, just to give great trouble during the time of election. And what the God knows is different from what the man knows. Then when the election came, it was calm. Even Tinubu came to Lagos after taking EDIM or cocaine. You know, he's a drug peddler. Then he was even telling the people of Benin that they have suffered a lot. He never wrote any petition for independence. Where has he suffered? You took people's certificate. You stole people's name. And you are using it and you are smiling. You don't even have the fear of God in you. When you look at the book of Isaiah 3, 10, 11, Isaiah 3, down there again, and when you look at the book of Psalm 45, he said, I'm going to break the door, and you let it. And Isaiah 41 from 10, he said, I will hold you by your right hand. I will lead you out this year. This is our year. This is our year. You know, I told you sometimes that we are under siege. That we are what? That we are under siege. I told you 3 years ago that we are under siege.
You said so, sir.
Yes, and look at what is happening now. They will not be able to use those daggers. They will not be able to use those rifles. They will not be able to use that AK-47. Even the one of those people, the Idore people, the Okegbo people, the Ondo people, they will fish all those people out. Even those that killed the KBC, they've caught them and they've destroyed them.
Those that killed...
They've caught them the top day and they have been destroyed. You know, Yoruba will never make noise, except the bastard ones. You know, when you look at Genesis 25, there must always be a bastard child. And when somebody was even saying, Fatai was my firstborn, you know for sure that you aborted 5 pregnancy. How can Fatai be your firstborn? Fatai is number 6. All firstborn are bastard at times. So can I pick up another question, sir?
Sir, please, the problem is that in this war now, even the former SGF to the federal government and former Minister of Finance, Chief Olu Falae, and who was also a presidential aspirant in 1999, cried out recently that apart from kidnapping him some 3 years ago, that they nearly killed him, that these people have gone to his farm, they destroyed his farm, they even killed a guard on his farm, and one of his managers, they killed the man and they removed his hat, and they made him not to be able to farm again in that instance of Ondo State. How can we help someone like Chief Olu Falae, who has been escaping death from these herdsmen all the time, having problem? This is a man who suffered for this country as a former SGF, as a former Minister of Finance, even as a former Presidential Aspirant. I wanted to correct the country, but look at what's happening to him now. And he's crying that the herdsmen have destroyed his farm products and everything that is associated to him.
Benga, The title you gave to Falae, I don't see anything in it.
No, he's the former SGS.
How you've been doing it year after years. You will look for criminals and be giving them title. Falae did his structural adjustments. Since that day, our bet has not been relaxed. He said they should restructure us. Why Buhari, why his tax master, Babangida, was taking Hilo's boss and bullock van to remove money from the CBN and create his own CBN in Mina. Yes, sir. Why are you now giving him all this title you are giving to him?
No, he's crying that his life is in danger.
He has to cry. Even he should dig his grave and jump into it. The evil that man do will surely follow them.
They said Fulani herdsmen want to do.
Forget about it. He's not a good person.
And don't forget his son fell inside the plane too, sir.
Sir, why is all those things happening to him? You know his son was in the trouble with the governor of Ondo State before, that the minister.
The Rahman M.K.O.
Yes, not Mimiko.
Dr. Abdurrahman.
No. He's the man from Delta who claims he's from Kitikubwa, that fell with his casket and everything.
Okay, you know Chief Agagu.
Agagu, yes.
No, he died.
No, don't worry. These are the people. You know, God will never do bad. God knows how to salvage his people. You know, there was a plane crash in Abuja that even led to the death of a lot of people. But Amu, that was on Sultana, walked away from there.
Bishop George Amu.
George Amu, yes. So Falae has ulterior motive. Falae and another Ondo man who said he's at Igogo or something like that, who they made to be the minister for sport, a custom man who came back to sport. I couldn't remember the name. He's already dead. They made him a minister for sport. After finishing from custom, he now came back to sport. When Babangida was using them.
Oh, you mean the Lobosi of Ondo, Chief Alex Akenele? Very dynamic Englishman.
Because they are just like
dynamic man.
Just like dice of the Ludo. That was even he was using Abu Salam.
That's Lobosi of Ondo.
He can be Loboso, he can be Labasted. But I just want to let you to know. Yes. So when you look at all these things, and the other man from Kwara, when Babangida was to be macheted down and when some people supposed to share his meat, the man in Ibadan that was in Ikeja moved out the tank. You know, Akaku did not fail.
Oh, you mean that's His Excellency Raji Rasaki, former governor of Lagos?
Raji Rasaki, who cannot even write his name. If you give Rasaki any paper, unless he has picture, because he will turn something upside down. These are the generals of those times.
Was him before Ilola?
Those are the generals then. For you to know that Nigeria is sleeping. If the man you are mentioning his name, Rasaki, can be general. If Adisa can be general. If Dia can be general. How do they pick them there? And then they are getting fabulous amount of retirement money. And that's what we are still facing now in the kangaroo House of Assembly and the Senate. This fake House of Assembly, fake Senate that we have. They borrow all money to pay salary. House allowance, wardrobe allowance, this and allowance, everything allowance. Nothing go to teacher, nothing go to mechanic, nothing go to the downtrodden people. Let us go now. This is time to go. When you look at Exodus 4, Exodus 5, from verse 6, 7, 8, 9, he said Moses is going to tell Pharaoh, my people has to go. This is the time.
So I have to just break you, sir.
Because we need to go and tell Buhari that we are going, so that there must not be any bloodletting. Then he should come and pack all his Fulani and let them go and set them their own country. Because when you look at what happened in Cameroon now, the people from France, they are already in Cameroon. They've destroyed more than 300 Fulanis in January alone. They team up with the local gunmen and everybody. They wipe them just like a grass cutter. And when America will still come in before the end of July, if this one is not, if they didn't stop now, America will come, because no country because Buhari is a foolish man. All the people that are serving with him, they are all foolish. Even the senators and everything. Look at the people in the House of Assembly. An ex-convict. Look at the man in the Senate. He was even. Why is he there? And we should keep one house and let one go. It's in the new book. We should keep one. Because if we are still using that toilet paper called Constitution, where they mention Sharia more than 300 times, and they never mention God for one place. So we should drop it now and go. That Constitution is not for Nigeria, it's for people. You see Nigeria being convicted. They will take them to court, they try them, this and that. How many days have you ever heard that they gave somebody? So Nigerian law can only is a trap that can hold a rabbit on the leg. Then if the rabbit can fight and call Amateku to come and remove him, you see the rabbit will go. So
I wanted to break you, sir, because the issue of this man is what really I'm very sorry to bring to you. He said, "Oma Sheo Olu Falae sọ ohun táwọn Fúlàní fojú ẹ̀ rí, ojoojúmọ́ ni wọ́n fi màálù jẹ oko mi, wọ́n jí mi gbé, wọ́n pa ọdẹ tí mo fi sọ oko, wọ́n tún yọ ọkàn rẹ̀ lọ." He said kódà ọ̀pọ̀ èèyàn tí kò mọ olóyè Olu Falae olùdíje fún ipò ààrẹ orílẹ̀-èdè yìí nígbà kan rí lábẹ́ àpapọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú Alliance for Democracy àti All People's Party lọ́dún 1999 dúnjúdúnjú ló ń bá bàbá náà káàánú nígbà tí bàbá náà sọ ohun tí ojú rẹ̀ rí lọ́wọ́ àwọn Fúlàní darandaran nínú fídíò kan tí ó bọ́ sórí orí ilé-ìjára. Nínú ọ̀rọ̀ olóyè Olúyẹmísí Falae, ẹni tí ó tún jẹ́ ọ̀kan pàtàkì lára àwọn ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ Afẹ́nifẹ́re tí àwọn Fúlàní darandaran ọ̀hún ti fìgbà kan jí gbé sá lọ nínú oko rẹ̀, ló ti bá àwọn oníròyìn sọ̀rọ̀ láìpẹ́ yìí tó sì ṣàlàyé onírúurú àwọn ohun tójú rẹ̀ rí lọ́wọ́ àwọn Fúlàní darandaran. Nínú
Gbénga.
Yes, no, this man.
Tó bá ka ọ̀rọ̀ Falae.
The man is crying, sir.
Jọ ráìsì mélòó ló ti jẹ tó ní Falae produce? Ráìsì mélòó ló ti jẹ? O káwọ́ mórí sọ̀bẹ̀ sí fẹsẹ̀ kílẹ̀. Ó ń sọ̀rọ̀ Falae bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ́ kókó àwọn oníkókó onúwèé ìròyìn first born ẹ̀ ló ń ṣe. Ráìsì mélòó ló ti jẹ tó ló jáde láti kó Falae?
Maybe Fúlàní dá.
Ráìsì ẹlẹ́dẹ̀ mélòó náà ti pa tó ń kó lọ sí lóyìnbó wọ́n ní Falae lọ export ẹ̀. Owó ìjọba náà ni. Ṣé báwọn tó fún ní owó àwọn náà ló tún dá màálù síbẹ̀? Ó dẹ̀ gbé gíláàsì sójú rẹ̀ sí bínú òdínú bíi. Ṣé bí ló ti fẹ́ jàjà Falae ni?
Pity the man, says an elder man.
O bá ti fún lọ́wọ́ àbí kò ní kí ìyàwó ẹ lọ dúró tì í. Kí ni wọ́n pè kí ni Falae jámọ́? Wọ́n ní ká de bed structural adjustment. Dàárọ̀ yìí àlè tún bẹ́ẹ̀ tì mọ́. Ẹ wo pọ́lísì ìbànújẹ́ tó ṣe kó torí wọ́n fẹ́ jí owó. Ó dẹ̀ wá ń sọ̀rọ̀ ń sì bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé Falae bẹ́ ó fámìlì ẹ̀. Kí ni dimension oko náà? Ṣé helicopter ló fi ṣiṣẹ́ ń bẹ̀ ni àbí? Ó dẹ̀ gbọ́rọ̀ Falae sórí bẹ́ẹ̀.
Why? It pains me, sir. Because
ó lè pain ní ajẹ́nu yàrá ẹ̀ bọ̀ gbàgbé ẹ̀ àwọn èèyàn wo Falae níbo lọ́lọ́run wà. The Lord is there.
No, he said.
Nahum 1:1-5. Nemesis will just let me only mi ò bímọ but mo bí ẹ̀san. Then go back to Psalm 49. All are there. Ó ní èrònú wọn ni pé kí ilé wọn wà títí. Ta ni Falae fẹ́ tó ń jẹ fún? Ṣé ó fẹ́ kiri ẹ̀ níṣẹ́jà ló ń sìn bẹ́ẹ̀ àbí kòkó? Tó ń wò Ìbàdàn bí ẹni tó ń wọ̀ yọ.
No, he said wọ́n dojú lé.
Ojú tó wá tún yọ lẹ́nu ẹ̀ kí ló fẹ́ ṣe sí? Ojú tó fi tó bẹ́ẹ̀ ni bó bá ń wò bẹ́ẹ̀ ni pé wà lórí rally ó dẹ̀ wò V-boot. Ó Gbénga tí ìtàbí ò bá ṣe kẹ́rù ẹ̀ fi bèrè.
Well, sorry, sir. Because he's a Yoruba elder.
Mi ò mọ Falae. Ṣé kí ló ó rán mi school ni? Wọ́n ti jọ dìmọ̀ pọ̀, wọ́n ti jalè. These people are thieves. Then ó ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ wá lọ dákọ́ lẹ̀ ṣé ó kọ́ ẹ̀ dàbí ti Babangida àbí ti Ọbásanjọ́? Dèbò Ọbásanjọ́ ló palẹ̀ Operation Feed the Nation mọ́, ó sọ di tiẹ̀ Ọbásanjọ́ farm. Níbo ló bá dé ń sè? Níbo ló bá dé? Òní Esther aránṣọ sí lọ́rùn káàkiri tó ń rán bàpò sí lọ́rùn tó ń ṣe Pentecost àti spiritual àpọ̀ yẹn. Obìnrin ránṣọ sí lọ́rùn ní London, wọ́n máa tó ránṣọ sí lọ́rùn Sátidé tó ń bọ̀ ń sìn, á máa wò kúra. Nígbà tó mọ̀ pé ó ṣe iṣẹ́ àgbèrè tó dẹ̀ ń wọ sùtánà. Ṣé sùtánà náà ṣé wọ́n bí dandan kí Ọbásanjọ́ wọ sùtánà ni? Ṣé wọ́n tọrọ fún ìdáríjì ẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń sìn àbí kí ni?
Doctor in theology.
Kí ló doctor nù ti àwọn tọ́jọ́ ti bá yàn sùn kí ló doctor àwọn èèyàn kọ́?
National Open University.
Kí ló mọ̀ tó ti doctor? Fi àwọn pípò yìí lẹ̀ Ọlọ́run ní ènìyàn mi wo ojú Olúwa ṣe kí ni? Ń wọ ọkàn. Jẹ́ k'Ọlọ́run dá sí. Ẹ jẹ́ kí Jésù dá sí gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ Nàìjíríà. Òun nìkan ló lè ṣe é. Ó ní tó bá rí tálíkà tó lówó tó ń jà ó ní kó má dá sí. Ọ̀gá àwọn méjèèjì ṣe kí ni? Ó wà lókè. When you look at Proverbs 28, if you read it very well, 1-4, then James 2:6-10, then he's telling you Proverbs 13:17, then 1 Samuel 2:7, then 1 Samuel 4:5. Look at Naboth. When he wanted to take, when the wife wanted to, Jezebel wanted to take the garden, It was another prophet they didn't mention. They go and tell Nathaniel, go and tell Naboth, go and tell Jezebel and the husband. They're not supposed to be there. They've killed that boy. All Nigerian leaders are killers. They kill to make their way. Rather for they don't have the right to. They don't have the infantry to argue with you. The only thing is to take him out of the way. You know what happened in Ondo State? You know what happened in Lagos State? You know what happened in Babangida regime? You know what happened in Odi? These are the people, callous leaders, wicked leaders, wicked down wicked. Who is Falae? How does he make the money? How much is his salary? And the Lord said he will not exist, and you are talking. And when you look at the book of Genesis 26 from verse 1 to 10, he said all the wealth they collected from his father was returned back to him. Gbogbo kànga tó gbà lọ́wọ́ bàbá Abrahamu ló dá padà fún Isaac. Kí ni wọ́n mọ̀ nípa oko? Ìdánwò dẹ̀ ti bí ẹ̀sìn ara ẹ̀ wálẹ̀. Níbo ló ti rí ráìsì Fálàyè lórí igbá? Níbo ló ti rí màkàrónì Fálàyè lórí igbá? Níbo ló ti rí màálù Fálàyè lórí igbá? Àbí jẹkurẹ́dí? Ká má ṣe àìsàn pé à ń lọ sóko. Àìmọye bọ́ksà tó wà ní London. But Joshua nìkan lẹ gbórúkọ ẹ̀. Àwọn tó kọ alálùbọ̀ lẹ̀ ní ṣe mọ́kàn gbowó jẹun ni. Fálàyè lè dákó tó dáàdì mi ni. Ó dẹ̀ gbọ́rọ̀ ẹ̀ sórí bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kó fẹ́ lọ gba lọ́yà.
Sorry, sir. So, really, sir, I'm very sorry to bring it because it's because of you.
They are just cartel. Even Agunsoye, the Oba of Lagos, the Oba of Ondo State, Babangida forced it on them. Then he was in the court, you go in and out of court that time.
That's the late Obade son, yes.
Yeah, yes, in and out. Then I went to his palace and talked to him. You know, when I got there, they said he was not there. Then I messaged him and said, going to redeem, going to anywhere will not save you.
That's former Sema.
Yes, you are not the original Oba. Then what will happen is that you will die before the judgment will come. And he died before the judgment came. You don't toy with a prophet. He's the mouthpiece of the Almighty God. Because you can't say somebody is clean. It's God who can pick somebody that is clean.
So on the issue of Chief Sunday Igboho, sir, to be honest, like you have described, as the Gideon of our time.
He's the Gideon of our time. If the Gideon in the house of your father is dead, they will come and arrest you one day and then buy your father's land. Yes.
But what looking at the role of the government and some obas?
We have government again.
The governors and the obas.
The governors they are palling with Igboho. They're having two head of state. Igboho is the head of state. You know, when your brother is doing what you cannot do, you better follow him. What can the governor do? Even he can arrest the governor and put him in a cage. Who are the governors? All these young boys? They are young boys. Look at the other one. He said he's going to look at when Obaseki wanted to contest. They said APC, all the APC governors should move down to Ondo State. Do they have a house there or CFO? Oh, they are bragging.
Just recently,
a poster can do but what? But little.
Recently, even a senator,
journalist, it's Sunday Igboho she might tell you. Oh, might tell you know that. Hey, Jacob, come on, look at the corona now. It's everywhere. We cannot sleep. The publicity they gave to corona, even it has already outried the malaria fever. At malaria because one I want that she operate labele. Typhoid land treats and corona. Irú corona wo ló fẹ́ mú ẹni pepper soup tó lọ ginger tó lọ turmeric tó lọ posa tó lọ atalẹ̀ tó lọ ifirin pẹ̀lú ẹja tútù táyé ẹ̀dá tó mú half a pot tó ń laagun ní the television. Sir, can corona come into that place?
I don't think so. It's a virus that hates.
What virus? They kill you from the news you are hearing. One thing investigated in London already. When 10 people died, they said it's 100. When 20 people died, they said it's 4 million. So anybody that is hearing the news will be dying before the dead come. But you gotta be careful with all these things, Yari. Iṣẹ́ ẹni láti máa gbọ́rọ̀ lárugẹ, but ọ̀rọ̀ mi máa wò kó tó gbé dání.
I'm sorry for the Chief Falae own. It was just
set of the best of the same feather.
Just pity the old man.
Lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ ṣe ò ti jẹ rice Falaye.
No, sir. Actually,
ẹ ṣe ò ti jẹ tomato ẹ̀ rí.
Actually, nothing like that.
Trailer tó ń lọ tọ́lọ̀ ń kẹ́rù Falaye.
No, sir. Not, maybe because they are chasing him all.
Ṣé bá bọ̀ òrìṣà ní ọgbọ́dúnkọ ẹ̀ ní Falaye? Kò tí lè change sí Christian. Ṣé kò ṣe ìbọn mi ní? Tó ṣe Falaye.
He was going to the palace of the Oni.
Ṣe Falaye.
Ìbọ̀lùmọ̀ tó ń gbà yín, sir.
So
I'm sorry, sir. The issue I want you to just say because 2021 is a year of surprise, like you said, and a year of
surprise. Ọdún ẹ̀san òyìnbó tó tún gbélé yẹn ò bọ́ sí. People will reap what they sow, either good or bad. This is the year. Igbo, Yoruba, there's no Igbo, no Hausa, no in heaven. God created man in his own image. It was when this Ulabalo came in and they said, this Igbo, this one is from Efuru, this one is from Obiaruku, this one is from Obaseki. Obaseki mélòó ló tún wà láyé nsìtì gbogbo ṣẹkìṣẹkì. Ọmọ àlè pápá ló wọn Obaseki. Ṣé ẹ̀rí kan tó ṣẹlẹ̀? Kò sí wàhálà, people jump into the fire. Any lẹ́yìn bá win lójú ogun wà rí pé gbogbo àwọn aládùúgbò ẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn tó wà ní street ẹ̀ ló máa bá yọ. Bọ̀dọ̀ wá kàn lù ẹ́ bolẹ̀ tí gbogbo ojú ẹ̀ ti yọ bọ́ òru ló máa dé o. Ọmọ tẹ̀ ní mọ̀gbà tó dé sínú ilé ẹ̀. Wọ́n náà pẹ̀lú àrẹ̀gbọ́n kan tó ṣẹlẹ̀. Ṣé kò tán?
On the book, sir, what are other things people saw? Because people are asking that how can I even get the book? Because
on that book, it's a terrible book of 450 pages. Yes. In that book, the Lord said, Buhari regime has been torn apart, as stated in the book of 1 Samuel 15 and 16. The government has been taken away from him. And even they said APC will rule for long years, but it has been cut short because of the inadequacy of the people, because they don't have a blueprint. And when they are going to finish everything, and they will pass all the portfolios will be given to the Fulani and the Hausas before the next dispensation. But before then, United Nations, AU, and everything, they will do justice on the petition before them. Even America will come to our aid. We want to go. Because he said, for 100 years, if we are not together, we can walk away. There's no point to carrying dagger, carrying knife. It's only the Hausas and the Fulanis are foolish. Is it supposed? Why do you want us to make brother with me when we are not from the same father? That's the problem.
Maybe we are not compatible.
We are not compatible from day one. From day one, the British people knew this. Do you know part of our money from the port go to Australia? There are some people who work in the port before. We are unable to pay their loan. They are still taking the royalty to tomorrow. Then when you get to Switzerland, go and check our money there. Go to America. They knew that we are useless people. Babangida Buhari's wife has already taken money to America. Oni of Ife has taken money to America. They all have an account now. Siphon money. Do you think Oni can join us to fight the Fulani? No. He cannot join us because when you look at the resources and everything, it was just they are picking him to come and stay there. Do you remember when Buhari came to Ondo State? Same Oyo. To come and talk to the governor the other day. Yes, they are killing his people. When the people are trying to drive away the Fulani out of the place, out of their farm.
That was Ibarapa.
Yes, he come to Ibarapa. That's a stupid father. The man who said he will be giving us feedback every 100 days. He failed now not to get out of his bedroom. A dirty man. Why do you say what you cannot prove in your mouth? Proverbs 5, Proverbs 6. He said every 100 days. Where is he now? Even the feeding he said he wanted to do just to siphon money. And he should try and in that book, all the ministers, they will use their hand, they will use dirty hand to cover their face to come back home. If they never resign now or tell them to go, because he's supposed to drop all these ministers. If Buhari gave you a portfolio, he forget you. If he give you any position in his government, he will easily forget you because he's having dementia. How can a services chief work for 5 years? In a country where we have invested a lot of money on the military. He rubbish all the generals under Burutai. They will all go with the same day to retired. And that their brain will never enjoy it. That's what you want to do in the next IG is Moses. The tallest police officer in the whole Africa. The tallest human being in the force. The next IG. If he fail, there will be trouble again. It's Moses Webo.
Is that what the law shows?
That's what the law has revealed. He rubbished the judges around the place the other time before the election. He's not a Yoruba man, he's from the riverine. But give everybody, if you accord me my respect, anything around me will want to respect you too. But if you tell me what is he going to do? You don't do that to a human being. He said the boaster can do but what? But little. That is it, sir.
So the year also looks so very, it looks fearful. Or what other industries?
It's not looking fearful. The English has spoiled the year. You know when they lock somebody in, Corona till March, what is left in the year again? Any moment from now, they may even say the vaccine we wanted to go and get. But the Igbo boys, they will manufacture it here. They just need the bottle. We are going to get many vaccines in the city, in the country before the end of July. Yes, everybody will get vaccine. It could be water from the rain. It could be water from the pool. Nigeria, we will get our own vaccine. We will manufacture it. He said there is no any scientist that will sit in the board there to do it. Let them see the paper and the bottle. Don't worry. We are going to have. Nigeria should only buy 6 bottles. We will get more.
On the last note, sir, advice for Nigerians, especially people in diaspora that need breakthrough. A lot of people have just been getting their visa to US, and some are still going.
Is in the US again? There's trouble in the US too.
Run into the US, USA.
Oh, if you said they want to run into it, that means they're having trouble. There's nothing in the US. They only go there to make them use it as a slave. It will take them another 10 years before they can get paper. Then 10 plus 50, that's 60. He said we should till the land. What are they doing in America? They till the land. Even the Ajakuta Buhari promised us. I think it's that one he faced. It will even pay him more than the cow. He was putting money. The Meyeti Alas. How can Meyeti Allah be anything in Nigeria? If they said the Meyeti Allah is granting interview. A cow man. Look at the country, my brother. He's too disheartened, too barbaric, too downgrading, too excommunicating, and not too good. And all the people around him are what? They're sycophants. So, my brother, no advice. Everybody to stay where it is. Everybody, where you have your food, what can put food on your table, stay there. That's all. God bless you.
God bless you, sir. That's been a very wonderful and insightful interview this morning with Prophet M.K.O. Tibetan. We'll thank God for this one. I want you to, you see the scroll, you can get the book, Prediction 2021 and Revelation 2021 and Sermon Made Easy. You can make a booking through the phones and you will get it delivered to you. You can also make you can demand through this channel through the comment box, and we'll find a way to get a contact that you can reach out to. Till some other time, God bless you and goodbye.